This is Randy Hunt, voice of the Patriots, and we're on Patriot TV again this week with Coach Vickers. Coach, Friday's night's loss took a little toll on us. I know last week you used the word slobber knocker, and I think that sums it up. From where I was sitting in the press box, I swear that was one of the most physical games that I've seen us play. I thought it was a more physical game than the Bridgeport team that we faced last year in the playoffs. They played football.
Absolutely, Randy. They're a solid team. Our kids knew that coming in the game, and you're not the only one. I've had probably 3 or 4 other people tell me that it was one of the more physical games that they had seen. Maybe not only us play, but just that they had witnessed in person. A lot of hits going on, on both sides of the ball. I thought our kids matched their intensity fairly well. They're a little bigger and a little stronger, so they certainly, brought a little bit more thump with them when they came. And, we got a couple of kids banged up, but nothing major. And I thought our kids competed really hard and really well the entire game. We just, made too many mistakes as we kind of progressed through the game. And, we'll work on fixing that, and we'll work on some other things, too, to kind of help us out as we move along in the season. But I'm pleased with our effort. It was a fun game to be in and to coach, and I thought our kids just played their hearts out. So.
Yeah, I thought again it was a physical game. Both teams played physical. I thought, on the negative side, obviously we turned the ball over. I think the first 3 possessions we gave the ball back to them. We gave the ball, we held them, then we would hold them on downs. It seemed like the first quarter took place inside their 30-yard line, and so I know we turned the ball over. We've turned the ball over about every game this year. This Friday night, it really cost us though in the long run.
Yeah, it was more costly this week, and against a very quality opponent. They tend to make you pay for those turnovers. With the first couple, like you say, we stopped them. We had 2 big 4th down stops. We get the ball back to start second quarter. I believe we have probably an 18 or so yard run with Noah. I mean, absolutely great run. He kind of stumbles a little bit. When he does, he kind of runs right over their defensive player. And, you watch it on film, it's kind of a freak thing. Guy just kind of throws his arm up as he's falling and knocks the ball out. And, we talked to Noah. He's got to be a little more secure with the ball. But, kind of hard to fault a kid with that kind of effort on the play, and he's kind of stumbling. But, you got to take care of the ball in big games. And then, if something like that does happen, you got to respond. And I thought our defense did a pretty good job responding, right after that fumble, even though that was a big play and gave them the ball back yet again. We get a couple big plays, and we have them either first and 35 or second 35, and give up a long pass play. And we got to be better at that. We got to understand the situation, and something that we work on and we'll work on too in the future, and try to make sure it doesn't happen again.
And again, it was a physical game. I know we were on the ground a lot. We had at least 3 of our players end up at the hospital Friday night. Can you give us an update on where we're standing? I know I just talked to Marcus Guy. He had his chin sewed up. He had a little split up there. He's got stitches in his chin. And I know we had a couple other guys get hit pretty hard. Can you tell me where we're at? We're going to lose anybody this week?
Sure. The status of a couple of guys are still kind of day-to-day. I guess you hear the old NFL term day-to-day. But Marcus will be good to play. He does have some stitches up there, kind of nothing terrible, just a superficial cut, but it was kind of wide, so they wanted to take care of it. Connor, he got banged up a little bit. He's got a sore neck right now. We'll see how he feels tomorrow, and if he gets clear from the doctor, we'll probably get him in there on Friday some, depending, just kind of pick our spots and may play him on one side of the ball instead of 2. Isaac, we're not sure yet. I would say that he's questionable. He's got kind of a ankle issue there, and we're kind of working on it and seeing what he feels like day to day, and trying to, get the swelling out and see how he can handle. I would say more than likely he'll probably sit out this week, but we'll wait and see.
Okay. So we've covered the negatives. We're going to forget those. They're gone. Last week's game's over. So as far as positives from this past week, Noah Adams did have a good game running the ball. He had 20 carries, 132 yards, and our only score. And our defense was put up against the wall over and over. Josh Moeller, he's a truck. Their running back. We held him under 100 yards, and I think their second leading rusher was Johnson, had 66. Our defense, I thought they played really well. When their back was against the wall, it seemed like every time we turned around.
Yeah, I think our defense played very well, especially after the second series we were down 2 starters on defense, and so those guys that came in took a little bit to adjust. But they did a really good job for us and played really tough in there. Yeah, I mean, if you look at the final stats, they had right at 215 yards, something like that rushing. Right about honestly, that's not a bad defensive effort against what they did. They only threw the ball twice, and they completed one of them. Kind of a long pass. So you look at yardage wise and point wise, we gave a touchdown there kind of late. I thought we played really tough. Moeller is a stud, and when he come in as a 1,000-yard rusher, they kind of changed a little bit what they did with him and where they put him and what they did with him, which we kind of expected a little bit with what they were going to see from our defense. I was pleased with how we played against the quarterback, who they moved around a little bit. I think he had about 30 yards rushing. He had the one long pass, but he's really good. I mean, he's a heck of a punter, heck of a kicker. He's just good wherever he's at on the field. And I thought our kids played him very well. We play him again, and then things may turn a little differently if we take care of the ball and do some things a little bit different, a little bit better on offense, and don't kind of put our defense in a bind. But man, they played hard, and they do each and every week, and so they'll be a big key to our game this week as well.
So and Noah's going to be on the show here in a few minutes. I'm really excited to talk to Noah about a lot of things. We're 2-1, and again, it's game week. Shady Spring. All the Patriot fans out there know that Shady will always be a rival, whether they're AAA, AA, whether they're 0 and whatever, or they're undefeated. It's a rivalry game, and it's always a big night. We love beating Shady, and I know they're probably still stinging from last year's, I'll repeat it, 62-0 thrashing. And so, but it's a new year, it's a new team, and what are we going to expect Friday night over at Shady?
First off, like you say, they are one of our biggest rivals, if not the biggest on our schedule. Our kids really look forward to playing them each and every year, and like you say, you can kind of throw records out the window. They're going to give us what they got, and our game plan is to have our kids ready and let them kind of get after it and show what they have as well. They're a little different team than in the past. Maybe in the past they've been certainly more run oriented. They seem to struggle to run the ball a little bit this year. Last week against Summers County, they threw the ball, I think, 32 times. So I would expect them to throw the ball against us a little bit, and our defense is going to have to kind of be in the right spot, because we're going to be aggressive just like we have been all year. So we're going to need to make sure that we're sound with what we're doing in the places that we're not aggressive, and I expect our guys will be ready for that. It's going to be I guess you can say, I'm sure it'll be a raucous atmosphere. They opened up with Princeton, and they've been on the road for the last couple of weeks, and they get to come back home and play a big rival, and they all have a big crowd there, and it'll be a good atmosphere, and our guys are going to be ready from the start of the game, and our game plan is to get out early, quick, and just get right after them, both offense and defense, to be real aggressive and see what we can do.
Okay, and just for our fans that are coming Friday night, I know there's a lot of construction going on out there. They're putting additions on. I drove by a couple of days ago, and I'm not sure where you park, but they've got stuff torn up, and it looks like they've got some additional parking somewhere. But I would recommend everybody get there early. Weather looks like it's going to be another kind of late hot summer night, and again. We want a big crowd there Friday night for the visitors, and so Coach, I know you want all of our fans to show up again. We're not done yet.
No, not at all. I mean, this is a big game for us. We got to get out there and win this game, and certainly all the fan support that we have there will be good because they're going to show up in force. That's for sure. We'll give you an update on the parking situation. I'll tell you what. We'll talk to Randy a little bit later, and we'll have something posted on the Facebook page there to make sure everybody understands. But definitely come on out there early, get the game early, and get you some food and drink, and come on out and just have an atmosphere that our guys are looking forward to, and just enjoy it, have a good time. I think I think we'll be fine on Friday, and you'll like what you see on the field. We're gonna. We may kind of use that spread formation a little bit more this week as used last week, and see if we can, add more to our offense. So hopefully, it'll be fun to watch, and we'd love to have lots of fan support. So I look forward to seeing you guys on Friday night. Thanks for your support so far, and let's keep this thing rolling.
All right, thanks, Coach. We'll be right back with our senior running back, Noah Adams.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Cover a fumble and a spool. Go.